Okay, you guys, I just did a long video for other platforms on a couple of things, and I can't really tell you much about what it's about because I'll get banned on this platform because they've been so kind to tell us in our re-education process what we cannot talk about, what you shouldn't be allowed to hear or think about for your own protection and well-being. And we have to honor that, or else you won't find us here at all. But I can tell you a couple of things. One is about real science. Real science is not religion. What do I mean by that? Real science is questioning everything. No ego. No labels. No, I'm a so-and-so-ist, or I believe in this theory. And that's it. That's the theory. And I won't entertain questions about it seriously, other than to show that you're all wrong and I'm right. That is not science. That is what we're being taught now in education, because there's a system in control of almost everything, certainly the medical system and everything else, that wants us to believe certain things and to believe that they're unquestionable truth. And that's not science. Science is never settled. This is really important to understand when you're making your own health decisions. Real science questions everything, even its own beliefs. If the current state of the art of medicine believes a certain thing is causing disease, or a certain thing is curing disease, if it's real science, it will say, but we're constantly looking for ways that we're wrong, for our mistakes. Because if we're not wrong, we'll still be right even after the questioning. But if we are wrong, we can get closer to what's true. And that's what we're after. We're not after protecting our own image or saying, the priority is not being the famous person who came up with the right theory. The priority is not that. It's finding and using the best theories that prove to be true and beneficial. That's not what's being taught. It's not what's being done. What we're being told in Follow the Science is believe it or else. That is so far from science. So that's one of the things I talked about. And when you find out in science, and you can be a scientist, you don't need a plaque on the wall that says scientist. If you follow these principles of investigation, then you can make use of all those basics of science without degrees or credentials or anything, just because of your own consciousness and what you're committed to doing. And you're willing to let the ego drop, Stop attacking people and saying how stupid they are, and, just become who you really are, not who your ego identity really is. That just gets in your way and it skews your vision. It's a screen clouding your understanding. Just drop it. It's total garbage. Be open to being corrected about anything, but check it out. That's science. So I was talking about that. And if you find that something that seems outlandish to you, according to your background and your programming, and it seems sci-fi, that it couldn't be true, don't jump to conclusions. Find out, be brave. Find out if it's true. If it is true and it's not what you think, correct what you thought that was a mistake. And be happy about that, because it makes you more accurate. If it's wrong and it's nonsense, say, well, that wasn't true. And I found out. I'm not just throwing it out offhand because I'm saying it's a stupid conspiracy theory. I found out. Find out. You don't need a person with 10 PhDs to find out for you. You can find out a lot. And who you really are is worth doing whatever you have to get in touch with. Because it's incredible being. You're not mind. This is just in my experience. We're not these costumes that we fight about all the time. We're not the mind. That's a tool. We're a formless spirit inside. Whatever word you want to use, it doesn't matter at all. Get back in touch with that and back in touch with where you came from. Beliefs won't do it. You have to experience it. And there are ways you can. The other thing is, I made a comment that I think would be acceptable on this platform about martial arts. And we were talking about the honorable nature of martial arts. And I'm saying, yeah, the honorable nature of defending innocence, defending yourself, defending your family or people in your care, that's definitely honorable. Find out who you are, aside from body, aside from mind, aside from all the programming that we're all fed. Who are you? Where did you come from? On a very deep level, to a real extent, this place that we consider the real world is a dream world projected by consciousness. And I'm just a character in your dream world, and you're dreaming. And I'm saying, wake up in the dream. You can do it. I'm not saying something silly. I'm saying something I want you to understand. When you go home and the dream's over, that's one thing, and that's great. But while you're still here, you can wake up like lucid dreaming in this dream that we call the real world. And if you do that, you'll help all the people you care about along with yourself. Please consider. Okay, and stay in touch at lostartsradio.com, and I'll meet you back here soon.